Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about the papaya. I didn't know anything about this fruit until I spoke with my holistic healer, and together we are trying to come up with a diet that helps me lose weight but also heal from the inside out. I worked at a job for many years which caused burnout and stress. I also have some food intolerances, especially gluten, and I've been on a special diet, for lack of a better word, since about 2015. But recently, I've been having trouble again, and this holistic healer told me that after incorporating papaya in my diet, I should feel better. She also told me other things. I've been doing videos about this, so you might want to subscribe to my channel to get all of the information that I'm learning as I go. What I just learned today is that papaya has papain in it, and I hope I'm saying that right. It's called Papain. And I read an article published by Very Well Fit, and it says papain assists with gluten digestion in people with non-celiac gluten sensitivity. I have a gluten issue where when I ingest gluten, I have asthmatic issues. The article went on to say that it also improves gluten intolerance. And that's exactly what I have. I have a gluten intolerance. I don't expect papaya to be a miracle cure for my gluten intolerance, but apparently it does show improvement in health. So I'm willing to try this, and I've never had papaya, so I had to look up how to cut up a papaya. This is how the papaya came, wrapped in this little styrofoam sleeve. The instructions that I read about cutting up the papaya said to first wash it off very good. I also read that the papaya should be yellow. This one is on the greener side, so I hope it's okay to eat. My holistic healer told me to incorporate it today, specifically on this day of my journey. So that's what I'm doing. However, when I was at the store, they were all green. This one sat on my counter for a few days. I don't know if I'm able to find already yellow ones here in my grocery stores. Next, the instructions say to cut the papaya lengthwise down the middle. As you can see, I tried to gauge the middle of the papaya before I put my knife in, and I have to say this has a harder texture than I was envisioning. Once I got the knife through, though, it was very easy to cut. Very, very easy. That is really beautiful. What a beautiful fruit. Now, what I did read was these little seeds, I guess they are. Those apparently you can eat those, but they may taste bitter, so many people just throw them away. I'm just going to take a spoon and dig these out into the garbage can because I don't want to hurt the flesh too much. You know, it's similar, apparently, like a cantaloupe, and I don't want to take too much of the flesh. So I'm going to start with a little spoon and just work my way, gathering these up and then throwing them away in the garbage can. The fleshy part of it actually reminds me of pumpkin. Now that I've gotten the papaya all cleaned out, the instructions said to go ahead and peel it from this side, or it said to use a melon baller to scoop out the flesh. Coincidentally, I don't own a melon baller. However, I'm only going to eat a quarter of this papaya because one serving is about 1 cup, and I'm going to save the rest. Therefore, I'm going to cut one of these in half like this, and then the rest of it will go in my refrigerator for now. I have the quarter piece, and now I'm going to take my potato peeler. It's going through it very quickly and very easily. I've pretty much got it all peeled. It does remind me of a cantaloupe, except it's juicier, so it's harder to hold on to while you're peeling it. And I'm just going to take my knife and cut this end piece off. The instructions say, once you get it all peeled, to go ahead and cut it up into cubes. I'm going to try to do this with one hand while I hold the phone to take this video because I do believe it's going to be really super easy to cut. Oh yeah, look at that. I can do that one-handed with this knife. So if you have arthritis or any problems with your fingers cutting up food, I have problems cutting up turnips. Those are really hard for me to cut up. You'll see how easy this is for me, and I have arthritis in my thumbs. Now this part here where the rind was, that's a little bit harder to cut through, but if you just flip it on its side, it's easy to get through. This to me looks more than a cup, so I'm going to go ahead and measure it out. The thicker yellow band where the rind was, that's kind of hard to chew. I didn't realize that because, like I said, this is my first time ever eating papaya. So you might want to go ahead and cut that off. I'm not going to cut it off. I think it's good roughage and fiber. I'm just going to go ahead and eat it. I did take a little taste test and it was delicious. It didn't even taste sour or anything different from the actual flesh. So there you have it. That's 1 cup of papaya. The instructions also say that you can enjoy this in a smoothie. I'm just going to eat it right here in a bowl because I've already had my lunch for today. Thank you so much for watching my video. Take care.